welcome Yannis Stefano, our friend. Really, we're happy to know you in person, who you are, what you do, and the impact you are living in your country, in your society, and sure on the BNI platform. And we're happy also to have you as one of our advisory board at the BLIS Global Solution. Jade Daher, how are you, my friend, my partner?
Everything is great. Everything is great. Thank you, Naji. Hello, Yannis. Hope all is well.
A real pleasure to be with both of you. Naji, always a pleasure to see you. Always a pleasure to be with you. Likewise with you, Jad.
Same here.
Two always enthusiastic, great professional people that I always love to be with, but with both a brain and a heart and a passion for what you do in everything that you do.
Thank you.
I still remember, Yannis, the first time I met you in person, it was in Hilton Hotel in Nicosia. And, you know, directly you see the people, you click with the people when really you have the same value, same ethics, and the same vision, and the mission of giving back to society. And it's not only about business, it's all about, let's say, living a good legacy and really building something that people, they will remember us years after years after years. So so we have the same value, we have the same ethics, same standard, and I'm so happy with really the collaboration that we are going to announce it, and it will grow between BLIS Global and BNI and you as the person. And that's why we are going to make this BLIS Roadshow in December 18 in your country, in Limassol, all together.
Yes, absolutely. I remember that day very well. I saw Jad running enthusiastically towards me, okay, and asking me to introduce you to someone. And it somehow, I agree with you. You feel the chemistry, you feel that you share those same values. And that, I think from that moment onwards, it's just an amazing relationship we're building together. And we're just getting started, let's say.
Exactly.
And with us, we bring in two great organizations with very similar values. Givers gain is our main value, so giving is one of the most important part, and this is what you are trying to do as well in such a positive way, bringing all that experience in helping and creating a fantastic future for so many people.
Lovely.
Exactly. We usually follow the saying that we learned also with Anthony Robbins about living is giving, but we thought, which is very aligned with the Giver's Gain in BNI, and after we learned this from Tony Robbins in 2006 about living is giving, but then we decided that we need to add one pillar to it through BLIS Global, which is the winning. So it's living, giving, and winning, because sometimes you want to just make more out of it to benefit.
There has to be a win. Yeah,
exactly.
And 100%. This connects a lot also with BNI, which you always say, Yannis, in the meetings, the win-win-win scenario. It's not only win-win, it's the triple win, so that everybody is winning through the business, through the referrals, through the giving, through the collaborations. And this is where we're going to discuss now more details about this collaboration.
Exactly.
Lovely.
Looking forward to the roadshow, which will be an amazing way to showcase what exactly the vision is, what the mission is, and I think that would be a great place for someone to visit and see exactly what BLIS is trying to do. Yeah,
exactly, all together. Yes, 100%. And we're happy also that in the roadshow in December 18 in San Rafael in Limassol, also we will be having with us the CEO of Gamma Global, Mrs. Bonnie Godsman, and this is big big achievement also that she's flying all the way from USA to be with us in this roadshow, all together with you, Yannis, Jade, me, and sure there is more speakers. They will be with us, and especially in the panel discussion. And we know what's BNI, what BNI do, and so we know this. But I have a question for you, Yannis.
Absolutely.
And I know the answer, but I want people to hear it from you. Why you accept and you see the value to be collaborating with the BLIS Global and to be one of our advisory board, which we have the honor to have you as our advisory board, but why Yannis Stefano, he choose to be in this position?
The important thing for me is that both organizations bring people together, okay, in very, very similar ways. On one hand, BNI makes sure that we bring people in a way that they help each other grow, okay? And when we look at BLIS Global, we are talking about, again, a collaborative model. And so bringing together these worlds in with similar values, though, with a similar way of looking at life, I think this will be beneficial for all of our members and organizations at the end of the day. For me personally, it's an amazing honor and opportunity to be part of this of the growth of BLIS Global, okay, and the creation of a model which is unique in its own way, but it's so beneficial to so many people that will be involved in this. So yeah, that's principally the reason. Yeah.
Excellent.
We have the same. Yeah, sorry, Shad.
Yeah. Yannis, for those who don't know BNI, how would you introduce it in, I would say, in a simple way? Not to give them a lot of info to keep the excitement, but just what does BNI do in your own words?
I'll explain it a bit. It's just, you know, we always say BNI is great, but it's so difficult to explain in detail. So we usually say a couple of things to get started, and that's what I'm going to do as well. We are basically changing the way world does business. We do it by having different teams, which are called chapters. We currently have 11,700 worldwide. And what's happening in the teams themselves, in the chapters, as we call them, is each member is trying to help each other by giving referrals to one another. So basically, right now, we're the biggest referral organization in the world. We have 345,000 members worldwide. And between us, there's an exchange between members of 27 billion the past year alone. So, and this is not by forceful tactics, but in the way that each member helps each other. And just from that, you understand that we have a system, because if we have statistics, it means we have a way of people monitoring and being able to be connected. And we have statistics about everything and how we succeed. But that's the brain of BNI. The heart of BNI is the need of everybody to help each other. And it doesn't become just a personal win. It becomes, at the end of the day, a business win, because after giving to everybody else, you're surely going to receive back. But it takes having a system, an ecosystem, to create those conditions in order for everybody to be giving back to one another. I just came back from the Global Convention, which was in Australia. There were almost 3,000 people in the room. Just the energy of being in such a place and knowing that every person you meet, it doesn't matter if he's Japanese, Korean, English, or whatever, is always the same start. How can I help you? Yeah. So I would say that's basically what BNI does.
You know, while you're talking, you remind me the first time I went to MDRT and I started attending MDRT, and I became an ambassador for Gamma International and the Life Happens, and this is why we came with the BLIS Global solution that you were talking. It's all about, let's say, or the importance of BNI. It's to give referrals to each other so their businesses will grow. And so we are, let's say, continue part of your job through BLIS Global. It's that we are telling the most important profession that they can work together, the importance of collaboration. And that's why we came with the BLIS Global solution. It's so in every part of the business, there is the referrals, the recommendation, and at the same time, there is the collaboration. And this is together, I'm sure, between BNI and BLIS Global Solution, we can really make a big impact in every country, in every profession, in the financial and business planning, and in every society, especially in our region.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Very good, very good. Let me add something in this regard, and also ask you a question about this, Yannis, from your experience. You know, with BLIS Global, we have two main goals or targets to achieve. One of them is to build the awareness about the importance of planning, whether in financial or business planning. We believe, and I will get your opinion about this in a while, about many people, so many people, although they are experts, they are business owners, they are SMEs, or even, I'm not talking about the very large organizations, but mostly SMEs and professionals, they lack planning a lot. They just do and then fix on the go. So the first pillar about BLIS Global is to raise this awareness, to tell them more and more and more about the importance of planning in their financial and business sides of things. Now, the second pillar is, and this is where we align more and more with BNI, it's the building of the strategic collaborations, which I will explain a little bit, because some people might say, okay, what's the difference between BNI and BLIS Global in the collaboration world? So, from my context about the collaboration, usually the referral business is, I believe in, for example, what Yannis does, and I do refer a potential contact to him based on specific criteria and so on. And it could go vice versa. Usually we see this in the medical field, we see this within the financial services sometimes, etc. However, with the BLIS Global, what we're building on is not only, it's building the collaboration where they can work together on the same project. And then this is very important to be clarified to people. The collaboration model is based, as an example, as a good inspiration, is how the construction world works. The civil engineer works with the mechanical, with the electrical, with the architect, with the painting, the wood, the construct, you know, so they all work together. And when there is a plan, wherever you are in the world, if you take this map, if you take this AutoCAD or, you know, architectural plan, it's in a universal language. Everybody knows what to expect and what to do. Same somehow happens in the medical field. So in the medical field, wherever you do your laboratory test or MRI, to any hospital you go, any doctor, any nurse, any assistant, they know exactly how to read the report and what to do. However, when it comes to the financial and business world, it's not always existing. So everyone is really singing on their own, and you have a lot of competition, direct and indirect, and then, oh, don't do this, don't do that, you know, so, and it starts competing a lot. So the first target for us, but we won't declare a lot of details to keep the excitement for the roadshows, is to show people what are good examples and statistics of how these professions can collaborate together on the same projects. And this is the big opportunity. This is the blue ocean that we need to explore together in the BLIS roadshows. Now, my question to you, from your experience with the BNIers, okay, how much do you feel as a percentage are the people who do planning in their businesses?
Good question. I would extend that, actually. I would extend that, because It's very surprising. And when you think that you would expect that every business should have a plan, you know, it would be part of the plan. And especially when it comes to the financial industry, you would expect that even more. But in reality, okay, I would say that 80% of them, and including in BNI as well, would not have planning as the main goal, as the main thing, as the main activity that they do. And this is why, and a lot of energy is wasted. You know, we have excellent professionals who can achieve great objectives, but without a strategic plan, your energy is wasted in so many ways, and you don't even reach the targets that you want to achieve. It's surprising that we learn so much in school, and planning is not one of those things that would be most important. But good for us. This is one of the pillars of BLIS Global. So, and I see, because I see it as a plan, as one of the pillars, but it's also how it brings in together this collaboration model. Let's say how everything fits together in a future model, let's say, for businesses. So yeah, I would think that would be as much as 80%. I'm speaking purely from BNI Cyprus. I'm speaking in Cyprus, yes, from what I know in this region. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yep. So, Yannis, to all this profession, what you want to tell them in order to invite them, why you want to invite them for this roadshow in 18th of December in San Rafael, Limassol, Cyprus, why they should come and who they should join us in this roadshow?
I would tell, especially BNI Cyprus members, this is a great opportunity for you to see something which is not far from your heart, but in a different context, and a great opportunity for you to understand what BLIS Global is doing. It will be, we already mentioned the wins. It will be a big win for them to actually attend and see exactly what the future holds. An amazing future from two visionaries that I have in front of me right now. And it would be great for them to hear from you exactly what we are trying, what is the attempt to achieve, let's say.
Excellent.
Lovely.
Just to brief everybody about this, if you go to bliss-global.com, okay, you will see it also in the caption. So bliss-global.com, you will see the tab of the events, unless you put /events, and you will see all the roadshows we're having now in 5 different countries, including Cyprus, Limassol on 18 December. So maybe some of you will be interested to join other countries as well, whether Saudi Arabia, Lebanon, UAE, whether Dubai or Abu Dhabi. And of course, we're going to be announcing others later on. Definitely, we have the big BLIS experience, which is on the 3, 4, 5 of May, aligned with also with our collaborator, the Cyprus Diaspora Forum, which will be on the 6, 7, 8. So we will be back-to-back events. For those details, also, you can find them on the website within the same tab on the events. But it's very important to shed the light on some important factors. First, coming to the BLIS roadshows is free of charge. Okay, so this is a free invitation to all the professionals. But just as a small disclaimer, the floor will be open to, it will be limited seats. So we will try to accept based on 2 essential pillars. One, we're trying to make a balance between the professions. So nobody would want to see, for example, 80% from the same profession. So we're going to as much as possible balance the number of the attendees per profession. This is one thing. So when you register, you will see that it's pending for approval. Definitely, there are a lot of great people out there, but we have to make sure that it's a balanced from allocation from professions. The second point is we also have to check the seniority of the people, because we want to make sure that, of course, with all respect to all the seniority levels, but to have a fairly good, solid ground from the distribution of professions and the years of experience so that we can benefit from it to the maximum. Of course, in the big event and the BLIS experience, you will check the details. You are more than welcome to come, to have your tickets and so on. But first thing for the attendees, so this is to keep in mind that we have limited seats. Now, of course, the second pillar is the more hopefully we get sponsorship. So this is also a call for people who could be interested to sponsor the event, to be more visible, more shown, and so on. Definitely, you can also see the details there, and it will give us more room to cater for more people. But still, we have to keep a limited number of seats because the roadshow's aim is to make the B2B collaboration, not to have the big event, which we will keep it for May 3, 4, 5 in Limassol. Okay, so this is just for clarification to be on the safe side. I don't know, Naji, if I missed any part about the road shows and the experience that you want to highlight.
Not at all. Not at all. We invite everyone, really, from lawyers, auditors, private banking, insurance, reinsurance, the big brokers, fintech, all the big four audit firm to join us. In the BLIS Roadshow, we are going to really raise the awareness of the importance of financial and business planning in every society, even and starting through from Cyprus. We are going to show the importance of collaboration between all this profession. And in order to make an impact in every society, we need the awareness, we need the motivation, we need the best practices, and we need the collaboration. And this is all what we are going to start to do through the BLIS Roadshow, all the way to the big event in 3, 4, 5 May, as you mentioned, Jade, in May, also in Limassol, Cyprus.
We will also, of course, continue. Once you visit the website, you will see that we launched our first podcast, and you will see on regular basis the podcast that will be on the website, to follow also the podcasts that will be shared from our top speakers, starting from the great Solomon Hicks, who shared amazing experience through his first podcast, which you can see on the website. The second point, of course, we're going to have also the BLIS campaign, which we will have a lot of articles, presentations, and collaborations through different channels that you will be hearing soon along the way. And this is where more and more we are very much interested to join hands with BNI, whether on a Cyprus level and hopefully, why not later on a regional level, because our mission is going to 25 countries in the next 5 years. Of course, we cannot do this alone, and we cannot do this in 1 day or 1 month. So it's a work in progress to keep growing along the way, noting that this is the 8th year for BLIS. So it was growing step by step to reach where it is today. And hopefully in the next 5 years, with the help of organizations like BNI, collaborators with us, and also with all the efforts with our advisory board and honorary board, big thanks to them to put their trust with us. And of course, big thanks to our sponsors, which also you can see on all the events that are supporting us to be able to grow more and more this mission. We know for a fact that we will achieve big goals and big results, not only for us, but for the community, because we are living in a world where, unfortunately, there's a lot of chaos. There's a big gap in the market. There's a big lack of trust in the financial and business services. There is a big crisis that happened since COVID until now, and it's not ending for some reason. So people are confused on where to invest, how to plan for their future, how to deal with insecurities. And they really need solutions, but not only products and services. We're bringing solutions and best practices from around the globe. So here also, I want to ask you, Yannis, from your experience in the business, in the market, how much do you validate these gaps in the market? The chaos, the lack of trust, the lack of planning. How much do you see this in whether in BNI or in the regular businesses, regular conversations on daily basis?
you both know very well that when you have a bad news, it's bad news. When you have good news, it's good news. When you don't know what the news are, that's when big problems happen. And this is what's happening throughout the world right now. I think there's lots of uncertainty. We don't know where the bottom is in some areas. We don't know where the top is in some others. At the same time, we're having great opportunities, which is AI, but it's also creating new challenges as we go along. So right now, we have great challenges out there. And definitely the models we used to have before don't work anymore. It needs to come through collaboration. Before, the pure competitive forces were enough to push companies, make them grow. Now it's not enough. Now it takes strong collaboration, strong co-creation, as a founder in BNI says, okay, so that we create a model which is far better and creates stability for many lives out there. And this is what I love about BLIS Global. This is what I love about BNI as well, that it's creating those conditions for people to work together from all levels of life, and not just the top companies, let's say, which are also very important in this ecosystem. But even they on their own cannot manage now the ecosystem as it is. And this is where we all come together to create something better for the future.
100%. 100%.
I will also mention that in the roadshows, of course, we are looking at three main, I would say, categories of people or companies to attend. The first one is the professionals that Naji, you mentioned before. So the 10 professions that are complementing the cycle of the financial and business planning professions. So this is one. Two, we're looking at also the small to medium businesses who are looking for these experts, and they might need to extend their network to meet more and more either experts to help them in upgrading their businesses or their finances, and or maybe looking for funding opportunities that through these professionals they might reach new funding opportunities in different ways and different levels. And three, of course, the financial and business planning service providers who will be also attending with us and hopefully also sponsoring us so we can grow this to even more and more layers. Having said this, Yannis, we will not miss the big opportunity to have you on a personal podcast, because we want to know a lot of personal opinions about you, about how you do your planning and so on. But we will keep this to a different session so we can squeeze more information from you.
So to all our audience, to all the people who will hear this announcement, be ready and wait for a very nice podcast with Yannis Stefano to know him as a person, as a business, as a technology man, and how he think, what his vision, and how he think about business with all his experience, and at the same time to know him about how he's leading as a director of BNI. So this is another podcast will come very soon.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Yannis.
See you all on the 18th. Looking forward to it. From your side, to hear from you, and for the rest from the BNI members to be there with me, okay, to actually see exactly what BLIS Global is doing. Wishing you all the best.
Lovely. Looking forward. Thank you, Jad. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
See you.
See you.
Bye.